Manchester City has been one of the best Champions League games that I can ever recall. You may also look at previous matches that have lived up to the hype and drama that followed. But what has transpired today at the Santiago Bernabeu has been simply unbelievable. Yes, folks, breaking news coming in. Real Madrid have entered the final of the UEFA Champions League with a thrilling win against Manchester City. Heading into this clash, Manchester City were ahead 4-3 after a thrilling game at Emirates. But now, heading into Santiago Bernabeu, we knew that Real Madrid would put up a really tough fight. So, heading into this leg, Real Madrid were 4-3 down. But after a very, you can say, a dire first half in which there was the stalemate was there. Yes, flying ideas like what a match. I think it is one of the best Champions League games that we have had. We thought the Villarreal versus Liverpool game was epic, but this was simply sensational. In the 73rd minute, Riyad Mahrez made the aggregate 5-3 in favor of Manchester City, because you have to understand, after leading 4-3, scoring at the Santiago Bernabeu was simply unbelievable. So Riyad Mahrez made it 5-3. By the 90th, Papaditya, yes, I'm just coming to that. By the 90th minute, we thought that yes, Manchester City are going to join Liverpool and make it an All England UEFA Champions League final. But 5 minutes of absolute madness ensured that this game would go down as an absolute thriller. Well, Rodrigo in the 90th minute as well as in the 91st minute scored two goals, and it totally deflated Manchester City. Because of those two goals, the game went into extra time. And in the 95th minute, Karim Benzema, one of the contenders for the Ballon d'Or, just ensured that he scored a penalty. So that made it 3-1 in favor of Real Madrid, but more importantly, it ensured that Real Madrid were ahead 6-5 on aggregate. Hala Madrid 14-7 Kishore Krishna. Yes, Madrid favorite for sure. Absolutely. I mean, the kind of performance that Real Madrid have put in today simply shows why they are one of the best in the business. Remember, they have just won a record clinching 35th La Liga title, and they are also on the cusp of ensuring that they can increase their Champions League tally as well. Ehsan Laskar is saying, yes, Rodrigo was a big match player. I mean, 90th and 91st minute, they were simply blown away. Rodrigo indeed showed that why he is the best. And you have to understand one more thing, folks, that in this match, Manchester City had dominated possession, they had dominated targets on goal, they had also dominated corners. In all the key aspects in this game, Manchester City had actually dominated. And remember, we are talking about Pep Guardiola. The guy has managed Manchester City, and he's also had a great record against Real Madrid. You have to remember, before Manchester City, he was the coach of Barcelona. And if you have to look at it, in 19 encounters, he had actually won 11 of them, lost just 4, and also drew 4. Remember, one of those wins against Real Madrid was 6-2 for Barcelona. So yes, Ancelotti masterclass indeed. It is a brilliant masterclass. And Hala Madrid, yes, there are a lot of Madridistas who are joining me at this point in time, even at this point in time. I mean, the game went into extra time. And even in extra time, there were 4 more minutes of added time in that. That just showed how tense this entire game was. So Madrid will now face Liverpool in the final on May 29th. And Liverpool are also on a slice of footballing history. You have to also remember the fact that Liverpool can achieve the quadruple. Yes, Sankalp Sahu was saying he's so angry with Manchester City. Yes, there were some wrong substitution calls. Even Mahrez was substituted towards the end. So it is a very dodgy call. You can say one of the rare tactical blunders by Pep Guardiola. I will not know. But yes, it has really been a strange kind of, the last 30 minutes just blew everybody away. I mean, if I can recollect one of the meltdowns that how Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain, that match really panned out, I think that can come close to this. But Manchester City, if you have to remember this fact that they dominated possession, they had actually dominated every other thing. Kishore Creation is saying City came into the lead. They added to their Pep was overconfident. We punished them with Don Carlo mindset and substitutions cannot be questioned. Well, yeah, it was indeed a very strange match if you had to look at it from Pep Guardiola's standpoint of view. I mean, see, Mahrez had put them 5-3 up. You just had to consolidate. But then, who would have thought that Rodrigo, because as a title race going on in EPL, chill out 777 is saying yes. As I had said, Liverpool are on the cusp of making a quadruple, but the only team that is standing in their way now is City. Because Manchester City are 1 point ahead in the Premier League. City thought they won in 90, but never give up. Atletico Madrid made it possible. Vaibhav, I absolutely agree with you. In particular, Rodrigo, I mean, he has shown himself that he's one of the class actors in this contest. So maybe Manchester City were overconfident. I don't think so. I think they really, really tried holding Madrid back, but it didn't work out. Rodrigo and then Karim Benzema. We have all seen Benzema was simply sensational. Kyle Walker injury was a turning point. Purushottam Biswal is saying yes, could have been one of the major turning points. I think even Grealish was substituted, and that is where I think there were some tactical moves by Manchester City which might raise a few questions later on. Fernandinho was terrible today. Yes, if I have to look at it, Sankal, Fernandinho in crucial matches has often failed to deliver. I can recollect from past FIFA matches as well. So yes, Fernandinho does seem to be a suspect in a lot of cases in this way. But Benzema and Rodrigo, remember these names, folks, because those two have ensured that Real Madrid are into the final yet again of the UEFA Champions League. And having won a record clinching 35th La Liga, they are on cusp to once again do a double, if I may say a treble, even if I may add. Liverpool, you better be very careful because Real Madrid are in the form of their life and they just never give up. Liverpool, on the other hand, though, also kind of had a very tough match against Villarreal. You have to understand. The underdogs really, really were Villarreal heading into that clash against Liverpool. They held them, but in the end, Liverpool just proved to be too strong. And Villarreal, brave, brave Villarreal crashed out. So, after so many rounds of the UEFA Champions League as well as in the Premier League, we are now in the month of May where titles will be decided in the Premier League. The La Liga titles are already been settled. I was amazed that Madrid were not tense even 89 minutes. They somehow had belief. Yes, I think that belief comes from the fact that they were playing in Santiago Bernabeu. And remember, in this whole year, whenever Madrid have played in Santiago Bernabeu, they have been simply on a different level altogether. I guess that is the main reason why you are saying that Madrid never gave up. So, hala Madrid, vamos, Real Madrid indeed. And well, Rafael Nadal and all the other Madridistas will really, really be happy. But their party will not begin because on May 29th, that is when the final is between Liverpool and Real Madrid. Because remember, Liverpool are also gunning for a quadruple. They have already won the League Cup. They are in the final of the FA Cup. They are 1 point behind the Premier League and now they are in the final of the UEFA Champions League. PL City, FA Cup, Liverpool, CL, Liverpool. Oh, yeah, maybe it might happen. I mean, see, if Liverpool do the quadruple, it will be one of the best moments that football has ever seen. So the Premier League is going right down to the. I thought it might be Benzi versus Salah for Golden Boot too. Of course, of course. I mean, Mohamed Salah has been a giant in Liverpool in this season, and Benzema. But I think the way how Benzema has rescued Madrid and has consistently scored, I think he's my worthy contender for the Golden Boot, Karim Benzema. My bet on Real for the championship after Rhythm Vasu, Benzema is God, of course. I mean, after this, it is very hard to discourage Madrid not winning the UEFA Champions League title again. Of course, Madrid will win if they can put in this kind of performances. Devastation for Manchester City because they had put in a performance at Emirates 4-3 at the Etihad, sorry. At the Etihad, they had put up a 4-3 masterclass against Real Madrid. But 3 goals by Madrid gave them that confidence. Do you know Egypt's technical as an Indian? He's a former coach of East Bengal, Rhythm Basu. Right as of now, I cannot recollect from the top of my mind who he is, but yes, I have heard he is from East Bengal. Madrid has never lost in the Sankalp Sahu. Yes. I mean, the last time, if memory serves me right, the last time I think they lost in the 1999 UEFA Champions was in the 1999 UEFA Champions League final. At that time, Manchester United did the treble. So that is the last time I can recollect Real Madrid losing in the final of the UEFA Champions League. I can't recollect any other instance. But yes, I think it has not happened in the 21st century. So you may be right on that. Francisco Bruta da Costa, Salah's mentor. Oh, yes, Radambasu. Thank you so much for remembering me all this. Thank you for your input. So there you have it, folks. Breaking news. Real Madrid have now joined Liverpool in the final of the UEFA Champions League. Two sensational goals in the 90th and the 91st minute by Rodrigo ensured that the game was tied, but a 95th minute penalty by Benzema ensured that Real Madrid will now be in the final. What will Pep say to his team, Weber? I mean, I am not so sure because Pep is a guy who doesn't take defeats to Madrid really, really easily. And I guess that is where you have to look at it. I kind of think that Pep will not take this defeat very lightly. And remember, apart from the Champions League, they now have a Premier League at stake. So maybe he may not go too hard on the players. He may not want to go very hard on them because they have a Premier League to win. So yes, they'll have to probably. Liverpool have tough matches till 24th, and we'll be relaxed. Yes, Liverpool's matches until May 24th are not easy. So yes, Sankalp Saw, PSG tried, Chelsea tried, City tried. Of course. I mean, every team that faces Real Madrid, I think they are one of the greatest clubs in the world for a reason because they never give up. And especially when they play at the Santiago Bernabeu, they just don't give up. So, folks, thank you so much for joining us for this live. And once again, congratulations to all the Real Madrid fans. It's Hala Madrid, Vamos Real Madrid. So, Real Madrid versus Liverpool, UEFA Champions League final, May 29th. Mark that date in the calendar. Liverpool will lose to Spurs. Ooh, I mean, it is really, really. I think somebody don't doesn't want Liverpool to win. They might be a hardcore Madrid fan. Yes, it's 14 versus 19 Paris final. Liverpool bet Real Madrid. Oh yes, in 1981. Oh man, that is almost 41 years ago. I mean, that's the thing I can recollect. So, thank you so much for joining us for this live. We'll be back tomorrow with more updates from the world of sports. Thank you so much for listening to this live. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the. Oh, yes, I'm a City fan. Sankalp Sahu. Commiserations, tragedy, yes. So, subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and updates. Press the like, comment, share, and shower us with the love, with all the love. And of course, we are also there on our Facebook platforms. So, thank you so much for listening to this live. And Madrid fans, rejoice. City fans, commiserations. Thank you so much.